Alright there guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Shounen genre specifically. And what makes the Shounen genre so good, because if you didn't know, my favourite anime genre is Shounen, as is Connor's. And in this video I just wanted to go over the reasons for me why I believe that Shounen is so damn good. The first one being iconic moments. It's no, let's be honest, it's no secret that some of the most iconic moments in anime history are from Shounen. Let me just give you some examples. Goku turning Super Saiyan against Frieza for the first time. Think about it. Remember how the internet reacted to when Goku achieved Ultra Instinct for the first time against Jiren? Imagine how the internet would have reacted if Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time happened now, instead of back in the 90s. It would have been huge. It would have exploded. The internet would have exploded if the Goku Super Saiyan transformation for the first time happened now. We have Aaron's first Titan transformation in Attack on Titan. So massive in the show and in such an important part of the show. And the fact that AOT is still not finished, it's still not quite over yet. We won't be seeing the end of it until probably next year. Naruto, when Rock Lee dropped his weight when fighting Gaara in the Chunin exams. That was huge at the time. And if you guys can think of an iconic moment in Naruto that happened before that, let me know in the comments, but to my knowledge, that is the first ever iconic moment in all of the entire Naruto franchise. Rock Lee dropping his weights, which make a massive bang sound when they hit the ground when fighting Gaara, back when Gaara wasn't the good guy Gaara and the Kazekage that he is today. My Hero Academia. Okay, I can't really think of a truly iconic moment that people are going to remember for years to come. But the best one I can think of is when Izuku and Todoroki are battling in that mini tournament at the sports festival, and how Izuku is able to push Todoroki to finally swallow his pride and use his fire side of his quirk that he'd been keeping within himself for so long due to his hatred for Endeavor. But he finally gave in. And ever since then, he's been using the fire side of his quirk just as often as his ice side. Death Note let's use now Death Note. Death Note, in my opinion, has two iconic scenes. The first one being the obvious one, I'll take a potato chip and eat it. That, of course, being the most iconic scene among the fans of Death Note. But personally, I think there's actually another really iconic scene in Death Note, which comes right at the end. Specifically, Light's laugh right at the end of the show, just before the police start shooting him. I think that's an extremely iconic moment in Death Note, because why would there be videos on YouTube of Light's laugh in so many different languages? It didn't become it didn't get that treatment for nothing. It was a huge scene. And I'd say the English version of that laugh was done very, very well. I've heard the Japanese one, and yeah, they were both very, very good. Hunter x Hunter. I don't know if this one is as iconic among the shonen anime fans, but Gon's relentless beat down of P2 when he found out she killed Kite. The relentless beatdown to where he just did not care how many times he was hitting her, how hard he was hitting her, he just kept on going. It's actually a really emotional scene, considering how Gon started looking up to Kite when they first met. And then P2 killed him, but not really, because then he was like reborn as a little girl. It doesn't really make any sense, but that's what happened. I would give you an iconic moment from One Piece, but I can't think of any because I haven't watched or read anything about One Piece. So sorry, you're gonna have to think of the iconic moments in One Piece if you've watched it. You'll probably be able to think of tons. But yeah, those are like moments that have gone down in anime history as some of the biggest and most iconic. And the second reason why I believe the second thing I think that makes shonen so good is the battles. Because fighting and battles are what people know shonen for. It's what the genre is known for. And the Shounen genre has the most iconic battles in all of anime, whether it was Goku against Vegeta, Goku against Frieza, Gohan against Cell, Naruto versus Sasuke, Rock Lee versus Gaara, Gon versus P2, Killua versus his family right at the end of Hunter x Hunter, Izuku versus Todoroki in that sports festival. Light versus L in Death Note, although that was more extreme psychological battle than an actual fist fight battle. Like most shonen anime. The fact that all of these fights have similar thing in common. Those things being the two characters fighting, whoever is fighting on the good side, or the side that the show is perceiving as good, as in Rock Lee versus Gaara, none of them are actually evil properly, but the show is giving you that Rock Lee is on the side of good and Gaara is on the side of bad, even though in the end that turns out that's not true. These fights push the main character or the main character of the fight to new heights in terms of their power. When Goku fought Vegeta, Goku used Kaioken further than his body was supposed to be allowing him to at the time. Like, Goku could only use regular Kaioken when he fought Vegeta, but he managed to go ×3 and even ×4. When Goku fought Frieza, he wasn't supposed to be able to go Super Saiyan when in the fight, but Krillin's death put pay to that. Gon versus P2. While I say it was a fight, it wasn't really a fight. As I said earlier in the video, it was more of Gon giving her a beatdown. But Gon had never had that level of power before until that moment. Izuku versus Todoroki again. How Izuku was willing to break all of his fingers to push himself through new heights against Todoroki, to push his one for all to more power than it had ever used before. when Eren learned the hardening technique in his Titan form, that's something he'd never had before, and now in AOT he's able to fight even more effectively in his Titan form than he did when he first started using it. All these things are a combination of the factors that make shonen so good, and why it's my favorite genre, and it's the genre I've watched the most shows from. But not only that, a lot of shonen anime end up becoming the most popular of all time. Whether it's Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, My Hero Academia, Bleach, Attack on Titan, Death Note. Hell, even Black Clover. It does not matter what era these shows are in, whether it's the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, or now the 2020s. It doesn't matter. Shonen anime is always there with the biggest and most popular shows. I mean, hell, I haven't even mentioned Jujutsu Kaisen, mainly because I haven't watched it, and I don't know if I ever will. But everyone's was loving that last year. And it's been regarded as the best new shonen anime, above My Hero and Black Clover. So yeah, what do you guys think of the shonen genre? Personally, I think it's great and has so many iconic shows. And of course, it's as I said earlier, it's the genre I've watched the most shows from, out of anything. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, catch you later.